reach it. Scoot your hips back in the chair. This is our Silver Sneakers Yoga. We do a scale of 1 to 3 for your perceived exertion of energy, which allows us to set goals. If we're 1, we're just starting off. If we're a 2, we're in the midst of being warm the whole time while we do some postures that may challenge our flexibility, strength, and balance, but we keep everything doable, follow the cues, and if we perchance get to a 3, let's just dial it back to a 2 with the help of the cueing and options that I give you. Let's inhale through our nose and exhale through our lips, because the primary purpose of yoga is to first focus on our breathing and the impact it can have on our body. As we inhale through our nose, we're going to lift our shoulders. As we exhale, our shoulders go back and down. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, back and down. Inhale and lift. Exhale, back and down. 2 more. Then relax our shoulders. On our next inhalation, we're going to lift our arms about shoulder high and bring the fingertips closer, keeping our elbows rounded. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Feel your shoulder blades move. This time we inhale, we're going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and pause. Exhale, come back. 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause, exhale. 3, 2, 1. Float our arms down. Ah, yes. We're going to hip walk our hips forward in the chair. Allow our knees to be over our ankle. And then tilt our right ear towards our right shoulder. Lengthen our left arm out wide. Palm up first, and then palm down as we float down. And lift our head, tilt to the left. Lengthen our right arm, palm up, and then palm down. Let's do 1 more on each side. Inhale first, exhale, tilt. Inhale, reach. Exhale, float arm down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, tilt. Long right arm. Palms face down, float down. Excellent. Bring our chin up to neutral and turn our chin to the right. Come back through the center, turning our chin to the left. Breathe a full breath here and come back through the center to the right, breathing a full breath, and then come back to center. Bringing our chin to our chest, we're going to roll our chin to the right shoulder, come back down and around to the left, coming back down and around to the right, and down and around to the left. Come back down to the center and bring our chin up to neutral. Our right arm, we're going to float it forward and then back, down and around. A shoulder roll. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down and around. 1 more. Inhale, roll up, exhale, down and around. Let's check in with the left side. Inhale on the way up, exhale, back down and around. 2 more. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Come back to neutral. Mountain pose briefly has our palms facing forward, chin a little up, shoulders back and down. Breathe a full breath. Feel your ribcage open and close with each breath. We're going to hold the chair with our right hand, bring our chin to neutral, scoop our left hand up and over, stretching our left side, bending to the right. Lift up wide and outward. Hold the chair with your left hand. Right hand scoops down and up. Exhale, tilt over. Inhale, come back. Let's do that left side again. Hold the chair with the right hand. Scoop up, tilt to the right, and open. Right arm scoop up, tilt to the left, and open. Float the right arm down. Stay at neutral spine with our spine long and our neck long. We're going to lift our right knee and hug underneath it and lower. Lift the left knee, hug underneath it and lower. Let's do that right side again. I'm going to scoot forward to allow for more mobility with my thigh. Ah, that was good. Now our version of cat and cow in the seated posture. Our palms are facing our thigh. Lower our chin to our chest, bring our shoulders forward and down. Round our upper back, maybe even lengthen our arms in front of our knees or beside them. Then roll up our spine, one vertebra at a time. Elbows point back, hands slide up thighs. We reach our heart forward, leaning a little bit forward. That was our seated cow. Let's go back to our seated cat. Exhaling along the way, lengthening our arms. Breathe in as we lift back up, stacking our vertebrae, sliding our hands up our thighs, pointing our elbows back and reaching our heart forward. Let's come back one more time to our cat. And then roll up our spine. Reach our heart forward for one more variation of cow. Come back to neutral. We're going to check in with our mid-body, lengthening our arms first. Turn to the right. We call this helicopter. And then turn to the front. Keeping our knees and toes pointing forward, turn to the left. Come back to the front. And continue to slowly rotate with these helicopter twists. Let's go one more time to the right and one more to the left. And come back to neutral, lowering our arms. Whew. Well done. We are going to step our right foot to the right. Consider this 90-degree angle of our legs, our seated lunge. Bringing our arms to 90 degrees, about shoulder high, is a variation for what our arms can do during this seated lunge. But we can also bring our palms together at heart center for another variation of our arm movement here, or straight forward of your shoulders. Now for the most challenge, you can lift up to the diagonal while keeping the shoulders low. I'm going to bring my palms to heart center. And the legs in the seated lunge can do one more option. Lower the left knee towards the floor, point the left toes back, and hands can still be at heart center while you face the right wall. There's a lot of stretch in the front of that thigh, that left thigh of yours. Breathe full breaths here. Arm variations include reaching straight ahead of shoulders or up to the diagonal with our shoulders low. I'm going to float my arms back through and meet you at heart center. Breathe some full breaths here. Option for doing reverse warrior. Lower the left arm to the left thigh and raise the right arm, looking at the inside of your right elbow. Breathe 3 full breaths, relaxing your shoulders. And then gently lowering that right arm, lifting that left knee, and turn our torso to the front. Bend the right elbow, cross it over the right thigh. Keep the left shoulder up and allow the left arm to explore which angle suits your shoulder best and is most comfortable. Oftentimes, low assists your shoulder in feeling comfortable, but for more challenge, you can reach up, maybe even up and over to the diagonal. Breathe a full breath here and then open wide. Oh, yes. And lower that arm. Heel toe the right foot towards the front. Step that left foot wide as well. Fingertips touch in this part of the warm-up. Bring our elbows wide. Bring our palms closer to our chest. Then flip our fingertips up as we reach up. Let's do that again. Open wide first. Tap our fingers at the bottom. Lift to shoulders almost. Flip them on our way all the way up. And exhale down. Good. We're going to go to the other side, keeping our right toe pointed forward, our left toe pointed left. Option 1 for lunge with a 90-degree angle. Or option 2, lower that right knee, point the right toes back, bring our palms to heart center. And lowering that right hand and raising the left arm for a reverse warrior, looking at the inside of your left elbow. Breathing 3 full breaths here. And then floating that left arm down, raising the right knee. Consider turning your torso to the front and lengthening your arms. One variation of the arm movements for this warrior 2 or 90-degree angle will work just as well for your warrior 2. Let's lower our arms, heel toe the left foot to the front. We have just warmed up our body and accomplished some seated yoga postures. We're going to step out to where your water bottle is. Brace on the other side as you reach for the water bottle. Getting a sip of water is really important to hydrate during exercise, especially because this exercise includes a lot of breath work. I'm going to place my water bottle back in another strategic place. Heel toe the right foot to the front. 2 chair postures before we begin our standing postures. But our seated friends, you know the options for some yoga postures that we're going to put in a flow. All right, we're ready. We're going to engage from the belt down and float our arms up about shoulder high at the same time. Inhale first. Exhale, engage and lift. Inhale, come back. And another one. Inhale first. Exhale and come back. Good job. My seated friends, remain seated. My standing friends, let's scoot our heels back a little bit and lift. Step to your right. I will be your mirror image again in this manner as well. Take a breath. All right, let's do our 2 chair postures. Seated friends know what to do. Standing friends, we lower our hips and push them back while we float our arms up. But inhale first. Exhale, lower hips, push them back. Reach forward and inhale, come back. up. Ready? Inhale first. Exhale, chair posture. Inhale, lift up. Nice. Tap the chair. Lift your left heel. Turn, point the left toes towards the left wall. Soften both knees as you scoot the right foot to the right side. Keeping our hips pointing forward and our shoulders pointing forward. Holding the chair for support with the left hand. First putting out our right arm. Then adding our left arm whenever you're ready, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Warrior two. The right heel's a little bit more towards the right wall than the right toes. Inhale a full breath once more, and then turn our chin to the left wall. Lift the left arm, lower the right arm. Look at the inside of your left elbow. Then inhale first. Exhale back to warrior two arms and turn your chin to the front. Side angle, tap the chair. Bend the elbow. My seated friends, you can place your forearm across your thigh. My standing friends, option to just tap the upper part of your left thigh or hold on to the chair with a bent elbow. We're tilted a little bit to the left, my standing friends. Now that right arm can explore whether down is more comfortable, then arm up. For more challenge though, arm over ear will work as well. Then on the next inhalation, lift up your torso, back to warrior two, long arms, and then lower our arms. Tilt both heels pointing inward and bend at the knee, tapping our fingertips, lift up. So that's a small knee bend. And float down. Remember this transition we did in the seated position. Just inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. Turn our feet back to warrior two. We can tap the chair for support. Move the right heel towards the right wall and the left toes towards the left wall. Warrior two. One more time. Reverse warrior. One more time. And lower to warrior two. Turn the chin to the front. Tap the chair for support. Slide the right foot to the left foot. Turn to the front. Pedal here to release some of the wonderful muscle tension that was keeping us balanced and strong. Tree posture. I'm ready. Right heel comes up to left leg. Breathe a full breath. Float the right arm up as you inhale. Pause at the top. Exhale, float it down. Maybe on the second of three, we can float both arms up. Inhaling. Pausing at the top. Exhale, float them down. For one last full breath, let's bring that right foot to the left calf muscle. If you feel comfortable, one arm can go up or both on the inhale. And exhale, float down. Lowering those toes right beside that foot, knee pointing forward, right hand on hip. Maybe left hand on hip. We're balancing on that left leg. So if this one works for you, stay right here. I'm still a 2, but I might want to try a little more intensity. So I'm going to hold the chair with my left hand, lift my right knee a little bit, maybe lift it 90 degrees. For more challenge, I can lift it out a little bit and then bring it back in and lower. Tap the floor and then pedal. That was our flamingo knee lift. Ah, excellent. Let's walk around and go to the other side and begin our yoga flow here. Lift our right heel, step the right toes towards the right. Soften both knees while you gently scoot the left leg towards the left wall. Left heel closer to the left wall than the left toes. Hip bones pointing forward. Tap the chair for support whenever you need to. Bend that right knee over the right ankle. Lengthen the left arm out to the left. Maybe even lengthen the right arm to the right. Turn our chin to the right. Then right palm up, lift right arm, lower left arm for reverse warrior. A nice full breath. And then float our arms back to warrior two. Turn our chin to the front. Tap the chair with the right hand, bend the elbow, tilt to the right. And the left arm can be low to support shoulder comfort, maybe even left hand on hip, or option to reach up for more challenge, maybe even up and over, maybe right hand on upper right thigh. Breathe a full breath here. And then open that left arm wide. Lengthen that right arm pointing towards the right wall for your warrior two. Tap the chair with your right hand. Bring both heels towards the center and tap the fingertips low and then bring them up past your chest. Point up and open. One more. Fingertips lift, inhaling, exhale, and left heel towards left wall, back to warrior two. Right toes facing, pointing to the right. Wonderful warrior two. One more reverse warrior. Let's turn our chin to the right. Lift the right palm up, left arm down. Breathe a full breath. And then float our arms out wide to the warrior two. Turn our chin to the front and lower both arms. Good. Tap the chair for support. Scoot the left foot to the right foot. Turn to the front and pedal there. Maybe even shake a leg. How you feeling? I'm all good. All right, we're ready for our tree postures here. I'm gonna scoot a little bit closer to the chair, then lift my left heel, turn my left knee outward, tap my left heel on my right leg. Inhale, float one arm up, maybe both arms. Keep shoulders low. Pause here. Exhale, float down. Ready for number 2 of 3? Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Maybe even lift that left foot to the right calf muscle and inhale with one or both arms going up. Pausing at the top. Exhale, float down. Tap the left toes on the floor. Bring them closer to the right foot. Prepare for our knee lift flamingo by putting our left hand on our hip. Maybe even right hand on hip. Option to hold the chair with the right hand and lift the left knee a little or 90 degrees. For more challenge, we can lift that knee out a little bit and then come back. Float those toes down. Good job, and pedal. Nicely done. All right, take a moment to breathe. Warrior series we just did, very much accomplished. Ready? Yes, for downward dog. My standing friends, we turn to face the chair, stack our hands, walk our feet back, but keep our head above our heart level and our hips over our ankles, breathing full breaths. Do that for a moment while I show my seated friends that you can lengthen your legs forward with your heels on the floor, ankles relaxed, and raise your arms about shoulder high. 1/4 inch lean back, and there it is. I'm gonna step back up and join my standing friends and let them know that option 2 is to stand behind the chair with your hands apart from each other and step back, keeping your head above heart level. Either one of those works. I do it from the side so that you can see my positioning. And walk forward towards the chair to come out of it and turn to the front. All right, we're going to step in front of the chair and then not sit yet, but step out wide. My seated friends, step out wide as well. Take a moment to breathe. Bend both knees outward a little bit and then lift up. Great. We want to keep our back flat with a long spine. Let's do it. On the next one, we're going to open our arms wide, bend at the knees and the hips, and come back. The reason why we bend a little at the hips is to keep a balance. Let's do that again. Inhale first, exhale, and a little bit of lean, tiny, come back. That was our horse posture. We're going to heel toe our feet closer together. My standing friends, my seated friends, you're fine. We're going to lower our hips in the chair and take a moment of congratulations. I'm still in it too. I hope you are too. We're going to get a sip of water though before we begin our more intensive, wonderful, deeper stretches that are good for everybody in every stage of life. Grab a sip of water. Thank you. And I'm going to place it back where it's not in the way. Make our horse posture again where our feet are at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Good. Toes out there. Breathe a full breath. Keep a flat back. Ah, that's good. Very good. And arms out, shoulder high. Breathe and lower. There is our horse posture. Bring both palms to your upper thighs. Hinge at the hip forward with a flat back. Gaze towards the floor, keeping shoulders relaxed. On the next inhalation, lift up. Exhale as you get there. Inhale first, exhale, hinge. Gaze towards the floor. Breathe a full breath. Inhale, lift up. That was wonderful. Are we ready? Let's heel toe our feet closer together. And lengthen our right leg with the heel on the floor. Bring our left toes still pointing forward, but knee over ankle on the left. Both hands on the left thigh. Hinge forward a little bit. Then relax shoulders. Gaze towards the floor because that keeps a long spine and a long neck. Breathe those full breaths, feel that stretch. We're doing a variation of triangle in the seated position. Lengthen your right arm, lift up your torso, and this time tilt to the right. Maybe even left hand hold the chair. And then inhale, lift up. Bend the right knee. Heel to our feet closer. We're going to triangle to the other side. Scoot a little bit to the left. Bring the left leg out wide. Left heel on floor. Right knee over ankle. Reaching towards the left thigh. Pass the left thigh towards the left calf muscle. Holding the chair with my right hand allows me to breathe and feel that stretch in my lower back, in the back of my leg, and the inner thigh as well. I'm going to lift up my torso and stack both hands on the right thigh. Relax my shoulders and hinge forward, gazing at the floor. On the next inhalation, lift up. Exhale when you get there. Slowly in full breaths. Good. Bend that left knee. Heel toe the left foot forward, pointing. We're going to do the same thing, lengthening forward. So let's lengthen the right leg forward. Right heel on the floor. And stack both hands on the left thigh. Hinge at the hip. Gaze towards the floor. Relax shoulders. Breathe 2 full breaths. And then lift up. Switching sides. Bend the right knee, lengthen the left leg, heel on the floor. Stack both hands on the right thigh and hinge forward. This is a wonderful hamstring stretch. Breathe full breaths here. Relax shoulders and then lift up. Bend that left knee, bring that foot back. Well done. That was our hamstring stretch. All right, one more quadricep stretch in what's called the dancer. Scoot a little bit to the right. Slide the right toes back beside the chair. Maybe scoot a little bit more so that your right knee can point down and your right toes point back. Right hand on hip. Maybe left hand will continue to hold the chair. Or for more challenge, left arm reaches up. And I'm going to lower that left arm. Check in with the chair. Lift the right toes. Good job. Let's slide over to the left side of the chair. Left leg a little bit out so that the left toes can point back. Left knee points to the floor. Left hand on hip. Wonderful. For more challenge, consider lifting the right arm. Keeping the shoulder low. This is a wonderful stretch of our quadricep. We can lower our right arm. Slide the left toes forward. Keeping the left knee bent. Heel to our feet closer to the center, and we'll center ourselves in the chair. Well done. One more seated downward dog together with all our friends. Let's lengthen our legs, heels on the floor. Ready for option 1. Our heels are still on the floor. We just raise our arms, 1/4 inch lean back. And then lift up and lower arms. Option 2, hold the chair with both hands, elbows point back. Lean 1/4 inch back, maybe even lift heels a little or more. And then lower and come back, bending both knees. Wonderful. First, let me check in with our ankle with some ankle rolls. Lift your heel, roll around. Tracing the outside of your shoe accomplishes the rolling of the ankle without lifting your foot off the floor. Wonderful option. Let's switch sides. Trace your shoe on the floor, the outside of your shoe. Yes. Whew. One more. Well done. Let's sit back in our chair. This is the portion of class where we do relaxation, beneficial and a wonderful complement to every yoga class. Check back in with your breathing. Feel your chest rise and fall with each breath. Feel your shoulders relax more. Feel your facial muscles relax. Maybe even feel all the lines from smiling relax in your face. Lower your gaze or shut down your eyes. Picture a wonderful place that gives you a feeling of comfort and sereneness. Be there for a moment. And then on the next inhalation, lift our chin as we inhale. Exhale as we get there. Whew. Let's look at our palms, pinky finger touching. And then palms point outward or face outward. Pointer finger touching, reach forward. Inhale, come back. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, come back. This movement is called read a book and share a book. 2 more full, slow breaths. And then bring our palms closer to our chest, lower them to our thighs. Let's lower our fingertips to point towards the floor, palms facing forward like mountain pose. Inhale, float both palms upward. Tap our palms together, soften the elbows, tilt to the right a little bit. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale, tilt to the left a little bit. Inhale, come back. One more time to the right and then to the left. And come to the top. Float our palms in front of our chest. Then rub our palms together, creating heat and energy between them. Maybe speed up that movement. Oh, and then lower our eyelids, place our palms on them, fingertips over our hairline, relax shoulders, transferring wonderful heat energy from our body to another place in our body. Then inhale, lift our head, bring our palms to heart center. Option 1, to close our class, we can say namaste with a little head bow. Option 2, To close our class, we can say a loose definition of namaste. May the light in me share with the light in you. I'll do one of both. Namaste. May the light in me share with the light in you. Placing our palms on our thighs, hip walk forward. Nice full breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. I'm going to step forward so we can say hi before we say bye. Thank you, and you're welcome. All right, hold on. I'm getting that chat feature. And there, please feel free to chat with me now. It's a good time. Thank you, Janice in Michigan. Homer still had to leave early. That's okay. I totally understand. Hi, my other Janice and Kathy, Sheila and Margot and Marianne. Two Mariannes with different spelling, but they're so awesome. Rosemary and Martha. Thank you. You're so great. Thank you, Rebecca and Christine and Kawal and Susan. Thank you, Florine. You're welcome, Elaine. And Ivy's here. Janet's here from Central Illinois. Judith is here, as well as Rena and